You bolted a testing tool onto your coding agent. A browser it can drive, a way to check its own work. It cost you up to 68% more per run. And it improved the code by exactly nothing. Not a little. Nothing. 0 points on the board. Somebody finally ran the experiment, and the results are a little insulting. More capability does not equal better software. Here's the receipt. Somebody did the boring, expensive, actually scientific thing. 90 independent agent runs, all building the same app from one detailed spec, a real-time retrospective board. Then they scored every single build on a fixed 14-criterion rubric. Same task, 90 times, variables controlled. This is the study your team keeps meaning to run and never does. Finding number 1, and the least shocking, the model you pick dominates everything. The frontier models, Opus, Gemini, parked right near a perfect score. The cheap local model faceplanted at 24 to 37 out of 42. So yes, pay for the good model. You knew that. Here's the part you didn't. They gave half the runs a real testing tool. Playwright, it drives a browser, clicks buttons, catches broken interfaces. Every engineer's gut says that has to help. It raised cost by up to 68% and moved the score by 0. Even on the visual bugs it was literally built to catch. Why did the tool do nothing? Because the builds weren't failing at things you can see. The number 1 defect was container deployment. The app just wouldn't come up. It failed on the first try in 44% of runs. A browser tool can't click a Docker container into existence. That's a thinking failure, not a looking failure. You brought a spell checker to a logic bug. So they turned the one knob almost nobody bumps. Reasoning effort. High to extra high. First try perfect runs jumped from 28% to 89%. The number of times you have to go back and say, no, fix it dropped about 5-fold. And the bill for all that extra brain power? 9 to 29% more. That's it. That's the whole cheat code. One more slap for the road. A fancy design prompt made the apps prettier. 4.5 versus 3 on looks. No change to function. Then they swapped it for a 1-paragraph paraphrase. Same exact lift. The magic wasn't the elaborate prompt engineering. It was just asking. The capability was already in there. It only needed an invitation. So here's the actual lesson. Match the fix to the failure. Most first-run failures are weak reasoning, buy a better model or crank the effort. They're not the kind of bug a checking tool catches, so stapling on more tools just sets your token budget on fire. Stop giving your agent more hands. Give it more brain. If that just rewired how you spend on agents, subscribe, new breakdowns every week. Go on, hit subscribe.